What do we do on Mondays? We start a new diet. Really accentuates the fact that I have really big boobs and I don't like that. I once again had a heart-to-heart with ChatGPT, but yeah, I was a completely functioning being over the last few days. Hi and welcome back to another very ordinary week in my life as a 41-year-old child-free woman living in Berlin, Germany with my husband and our two fluffy cats. This week I'm refocusing on weight loss, and although as you'll soon see it once again doesn't go as planned, I'm already feeling a lot leaner and have at least lost a couple pounds as I'm recording this voiceover around a couple weeks later. So if that's something you're interested in, welcome, and I hope you enjoy watching. Today is going to be the day that I finally take my weight loss seriously again, and that I finally act on the fact that I have not been feeling very good or confident in my body, in my clothes recently, and also that I haven't felt as fit and strong during my workouts. As I've said before, I've definitely gained weight, probably at this point around 4 kilograms / 8 pounds from the lowest I've been, and I'm still a good 20 pounds away from my goal weight that I've frankly never reached in my entire life. I was very close to it once, but I did have a very unhealthy eating pattern back then in my early 20s, and I feel like it's still a weight that for me is considered extremely normal. I'm 1.62 meters, so I'm quite short, and my goal weight would be 60 kilograms, and right now I'm 71 kilograms. For full transparency, even though that feels quite weird to share. But I'm currently technically or actually in the overweight category, which is also crazy, and I feel like quite often I kind of brush it off and I feel like it's not too bad, I'm still eating healthy, working out, doing all the things, but I'm just eating too much and I'm overweight. And yeah reality. And what I'm doing is basically going back to what has worked for me before, and that's to eat 1700 calories, which is still not super low. I feel like back then it was quite sustainable for me. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is my sleep, because that's something that had been an issue back then, but I feel like I hope that my progesterone is just gonna fix that for me. Why does it need to happen every single time? I gotta say that I'm honestly quite excited to be back in a calorie deficit. Well, it's the first morning and I will probably... Dang, it's happening again. And I will probably be a little bit less excited once the hunger kicks in. But I don't know, I feel like it's very quick that I start to feel a lot leaner and more, I don't know, just better. And what I did start this morning, and I think I'm going to do way more often over the next few weeks and months, is to watch other people's success stories on YouTube. Why? Today is not my day, God. But anyway, I really enjoy watching, just weight loss, transformation, success stories, and I feel like they really help me to just get motivated and kind of just remind me of my goals. It's Tuesday, it's July 1st, and it's lunchtime. I actually just already had lunch, went on a mini walk, and I'm just about to take a quick nap. I wanted to share that first of all, I took 200 milligrams of progesterone yesterday after having had my PMS symptoms return for the last couple days. And I felt like, why not give it a try? I do have the appointment with my GP next Tuesday or next Wednesday, I think. And I feel like it does make sense to try taking 200 milligrams, see how it goes, and kind of report back to her. And yeah, once again, I feel like the way I sort of set up the experiment is not ideal, because yesterday was also the first day that I went back to eating only 1700 calories per day, and as we all know that I do struggle to sleep when cutting calories, and so I feel like technically on 200 milligrams of progesterone you're supposed to sleep like a baby, and I feel like I did sleep sort of quite well, but at the same time I noticed that the fact that I was hungry did affect my sleep. And I feel like there are sort of 3 sleep disruption patterns that I guess I can identify. One of them is just probably me having low progesterone and then waking up at 3 or 4 a.m., like mind racing, can't go back to sleep for another couple hours or so. The second one is from me not eating enough, or well, cutting calories in order to lose weight. And when I do that, I have this very light, hungry sleep. And the third pattern that I've started having is when I do take progesterone for the first 2 to 3 nights, and then I also have like vivid dreams, kind of feel like I'm in this half wake, half sleep state before it slowly gets better. So I wanted to clarify this because I'm pretty sure that last night I had the didn't eat enough pattern, and I think I got in like 6.5, 7-ish hours, and I woke up feeling super groggy this morning and actually a little bit emotional because I was like, screw this, how am I going to like get in some good night's quality sleep while losing weight, while being on progesterone? Anyway, considering that I'm pretty sure my lack of sleep tonight came from the fact that I was cutting calories, I once again had a like heart-to-heart with ChatGPT. It did once again confirm, which I kind of didn't want to hear, but it did say that the calorie deficit I was in is probably just too much for me, and it's probably disrupting my hormones, and it's probably spiking my cortisol at night, and that I should probably up my calories. So after being really determined to go down to 1700 calories and, you know, finally rock this weight loss thing, I actually decided to go back up to 1900 calories. It's not the 2000 that I was eating before, and that I was also not really consistent with on the weekends, which overall extremely likely put me in a calorie surplus. But the goal, again, it's July 1st, it's not Monday anymore, but still. And I did hit I did stick to my 1700 yesterday, and the goal from now on is to eat 1900, including on the weekends, which should be extremely doable. I think where I did sabotage myself is thinking in the back of my mind that like 2000 or 1900 is too much anyway, it's not gonna make a difference, I might as well, I don't know, splurge on the weekend. But obviously that backfired, and again, ChatGPT told me that it's enough of a deficit and that my maintenance calories are probably closer to 2100, and so I guess, I mean, honestly, being in a 200 calorie deficit is totally fine for me. Again, I don't know, I feel like I wanted to say that I'm not in a rush, but I'm like, dang, I would really like to wear my summer clothes this summer, and right now a lot of them don't really properly fit me, or I don't feel comfortable in them. But I do want to do something that's sustainable, and I do want to sleep. So the next step, eating 1900 calories, working out 3 times a week, still doing my 6 to 10k steps per day, and experimenting with 200 milligrams of progesterone for the next few days. I'm quite optimistic. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, gotta take a nap, gotta get back to work, and I'll see you. Wednesday morning. It's the morning after taking 200 milligrams of progesterone for the second night, and while I did have a very good night's sleep, I'm still kind of spaced out. I don't know, I'm constantly wondering whether it's worse to be spaced out and kind of tired, or if it's worse to have PMS symptoms and then also be kind of tired and spaced out. I'm very likely returning to 100 milligrams tonight. I feel like 200 is too much for me. And also my plan is to actually return to having, return to establish having a vegan savory breakfast, because I do definitely feel the difference if I do have a savory breakfast. But for the longest time I was kind of lost for what to have, like high protein, vegan, savory. But what I did do yesterday, and what I'm gonna do quite often moving forward, I think, is have just tofu, cut that up. And I don't know, I personally really like tofu, and especially these like flavored ones. I think they're really yummy to have on a slice of bread. And yesterday was my first day sort of back on, or I think 1900 calories is something I haven't really done before, but I did stick to it. I also went to Body Attack last night, which was really fun, and I do actually feel quite good this morning, like not bloated. I feel like it could slowly but surely over time lead to weight loss, so I'm really excited about that. Just a quick hello, it's Saturday. I just returned from a day, or like half a day, at the lake with a friend of mine, and I just got my period. I think it's day 23 of my cycle. Let me check. Yeah, it's day 23 of my cycle, and I had basically 0 PMS, and I'm just blown away. Like, what the heck is happening? It's crazy to me. Like, I did have maybe 10% of the symptoms I used to have over the last couple days. I was a little bit like in like a bit of a groggy feeling overall, but like nothing compared what I used to have. And I was supposed to get my period on Monday, and I had no idea, like no symptoms, no clue that it was gonna come now. And usually I can feel it. I feel like so down, so groggy, so like low motivation, low energy. I would have dreaded going to the lake with a friend today if I would not have been on progesterone, like honestly. I also went out for dinner with another friend. But yeah, I was a completely functioning being over the last few days. I went to the office on Thursday. I actually had quite a nice day. I had a lot of fun with my colleagues and like other people. I went to the gym yesterday, met my friend at night, went to the lake the entire day. Like things like usually I always plan around my period, that I don't make any appointments, that I don't really see people, ideally like definitely not go away for the weekend or anything. And I feel like I can totally do these things. It's crazy. So I just quickly wanted to share. But now I'm gonna take a shower. I'm kind of disgusting with like wet lake hair and stuff, and then I think I'm actually gonna order in tonight, watch some Netflix, do nothing. I was planning on being kind of productive, but now I feel like, yay, I'm on my period, I don't need to do anything. So yeah, that's that. Crazy. Happy Sunday. I think it's the first time I'm talking to someone today. Well, no, actually I did record a couple voice messages earlier today, but I just feel like it's difficult to talk. I've basically been lying in bed, on the couch, on the terrace all day long, just scrolling on the internet, watching YouTube videos, doing nothing. And I think I'm gonna continue doing exactly that once I'm done showing you what I bought online. because again, I did get my period last night and I feel like I'm kind of wiped out all day, which is totally fine. I'm so glad that it's a Sunday. I can just totally do nothing and not feel too bad about it. But anyway, what I got and what I'm going to keep, I got way more stuff and unfortunately I'm going to send it back. But these like pajama bottoms, I think they're quite cute, and I actually ordered another pair of these. Then one white really oversized t-shirt, which I think is quite cute, and it's just plain white, and that's something that I would wear to the office. And yeah, I really like that it has a v-neck. I feel like, considering that I have really big boobs, I feel like anything that doesn't have a v-neck or shows like some cleavage really accentuates the fact that I have really big boobs. And I don't like that. Another pair of pajama bottoms. I gotta say that I don't love the color, but I do like the fabric. They are very light and like I think it's 100% cotton. So that's cool. Oh, and then I did actually get this necklace. It's once again a really cheap necklace, but I feel like I just can't find any like high quality necklace that I do actually love. But I do want to wear something, and that's gonna be it for now, I guess. And then last but not least, I got this v-neck top with also a V back. I have no idea how you would call that. But yeah, love the green, love the cut. I do actually have the very same one in black, have had it for a couple years, and now I finally have one in green. So anyway, these are my new clothes. Really excited about them. I'm going to remove the labels, put them in the wash, finally get rid of these pants, which I've loved and worn for many, many years. And I'm going to get the parcel ready to return. And with that, I'm wishing you the most wonderful day, whatever day it is, wherever you are. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.